Hello, hello, hello guys, it's Tanya here back with another island tour. Today we're touring my island, so I'm so chuffed and pleased to share with you what I've been working on for the last couple of months. It's like a strange mix of an island. We've got some city builds as well, or like town builds, as well as my floating islands. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give this video a little thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get on with the tour. Okay, so we've arrived on Nephele, my island. Just to start off, let's show you the map. Now, this island is going to be kind of split into two parts in a way. Down at the bottom half, as well as like the top right corner, I have like an area based on Oxford, and it's got this kind of old city vibe. And then above that, we'll have floating islands in the sky. So yeah, a bit of a strange mix. It's like loosely based on His Dark Materials, a series by Philip Pullman. And so yeah, it's like the beginning is in Oxford where Lyra lives, and then the rest are sort of ideas of different worlds. Yeah. So anyways, let's get on with the villager introduction. We've got Ozzy, Sprinkle, Fauna, Chèvre, Billy, Zell, Poppy, Sky, Coco, and Nan. And also to say, most of my beaches and my house aren't decorated yet. I pretty much got done with my island tour, island design, so just wanted to get on with showing it all to you guys and then do something new. So this is my entrance, and this is the bit that's really inspired by Oxford University. It's got this beautiful sort of entrance garden leading up to the buildings up front here. And the simple panel design is mine, based on pictures of Oxford University that I poured over the last while. So I'm going to show you everything on the right first. So over on this side, I've got the beginning of my Oxford University library. This is what I imagine to be a bit of like a music library, and a kind of like random area over on this side is my camper van. I did a little speed build of this on my channel, so if you're interested in this, do check that out. But yeah, it doesn't really have a home in the rest of the design, but I just really wanted to try out this pro design when I saw it. So yeah, so that's my little campsite. Let me show you the rest of the library. So this island, I started building it when I was in winter, and I had all red colors. You'll probably see it in some of my previous videos. So there's still some Christmassy items around, but I've changed most of it. But this is one area that I hadn't changed. And mostly it's just because I love the festive vibes of Christmas, and yeah, just found it difficult to really change this area. So yeah, so this is the grand library where you can have banquets as well as just read and study literature. So heading on up here, we've got lots of little study booths all along here. Some of them are closed, and I really should open that. But anyways, this one's open, and you can work away on the bureau. I love this antique bureau item. It's definitely one of my faves. There we go. So heading up here, we've got a kind of sort of cafe. There's not really a place to buy the cafe, so it's more like an upstairs outdoors extension of the library. And over on this side is sort of a little botanical area. I imagine it as a little space where maybe they're studying the botanical, studying plants and botany and stuff. So yeah, so that's up here. And then from here you can see a bit of a view of the botanical garden, which does tie into this area I have up here. And this is an area I built on stream with all of your help, and just really really appreciate that help so much. So this is what it looks like from up above. Yeah, I'll take you down below to show you what it looks like in a little bit. So this library build took so many books, like it was an unreasonable amount of bookcases and books. That was like mostly a lot of time traveling, but also there was a touch of luck where I found my nooks had books in one day. So yeah, that really helped because it's just a ridiculous amount of books. Right, so here we get to the entrance of my botanical garden. So this is the entrance that I built using these new brick items from the Mario update. I love how you can place items on top, and this entrance just has like a semi-symmetrical but still varied little plots of gardens on each side. And I really love how these like confetti machines just create so much life and texture into an area. So like just standing here and throwing confetti just like fills me with so much joy. I find it so adorable. Alright, so heading through to the botanical garden, this is the main entrance part. We've got this little statue area. This is sort of like the most classical part of the botanical garden, and is really inspired by the kind of more grand gardens that I've been through. So then on this side we have just like a bit of a natural extension, and what I've created up here is a bit of a viewing point. So if I head on up here, you'll see the view of the main part of the garden. And so yeah, so there's that like fountain and the parts on the rock that are also quite decorated and full. And yeah, just like the idea that you could like view down below from up here. So I'll wander down to this area. I had so much fun building out this garden and just filling it full of like really beautiful flowers, and my color palette was kind of like trying to draw from slightly more exotic plant colors. So I've got like purple and orange and greens here, as well as some pinks and yellows, which are more the theme of the rest of my island design. So over here, this is just a beach area that I kind of filled up because I wanted it to blend in with the rest of the botanical theme. Over here we've got some rock items and that rock spa thing. I forgot what it's called, but I do love that item and how it looks on the rocks. So over here, just that's like kind of trying to hide the rest of the like the end of the botanical garden. And I love all these bunny day items and how they look with the pink flowers. I think it's super cute. And then up here on this side, over here, I've got a kind of Zen garden area full of bamboo and moss plants and little bushes, and yeah, just lots of bamboo items. And I really like this area and how chill it is. And you'll see on the left a little preview of the floating islands. And I don't know what's going on with Chèvre, but yeah, let's go talk to her when we head down there. So inching our way along here, there's just one little extension of the garden. I wanted to build this area to kind of separate out the kind of this world from this other world, like the other worlds in the sky. And there you see a little preview of the home that I built for Coco and I. And yeah, so from here you can see the like a viewing point to the other islands. I do imagine those as other worlds that are existing in the same kind of quantum universe or something like that. Alright, so that was my botanical garden. This is one of my favorite areas just because it's so full of flowers and color and vibrant nature. Yeah, do excuse these beaches. And then heading back along, I'll show you the rest of Oxford. So that's back to the entrance now. And then winding along here, we've got the entrance to resident services. And I've done a similar thing here where I've got two like mini gardens. This one's much more kind of orderly and structured. Like, it definitely looks like a bit of urban planning here, and I like how the little benches are right amongst the flowers. My villagers love to hang out here and eat donuts and stuff, which I think is super, super cute. And yeah, it's just like the second big part of my Oxford build, and I integrated the kids' tents up above to make it seem like little steeples and stuff. So this is then the resident services entrance, and you'll see I've like continued the simple panels there. I used so many simple panels for this build. Over here I've got a little tavern or a pub. I feel like it's not an English or British city or town without a pub. So yeah, I've got these like barrels here with drinks. Harv's come to get a pint or so. I love the different drink items that have come with updates. So this shamrock soda with the St. Patrick's Day one, and those fizzy apple juice with the New Year's update. So yeah, just really made my pub feel much more alive. Before that I had just like yellow mugs, which just really wasn't doing the right thing. So yeah, so this is like a two-tiered pub over there. It's not really accessible, but yeah, it exists, is the main point. Oh, and this is just a ladder for when you visit. Alright, so heading back down, do ignore the beaches. This is my little Abel's area, and it sort of signals the entrance to more of a market zone, and it's kind of like heading into the more like less ordered and fancy part of the city or the town, and yeah, more like tradespeople and stuff. So here is the Canal side market, and over here we've got all these canal boats, and this is where I'm really continuing the inspiration from the Golden Compass, and these are what I imagine like the Egyptian canal boats being like. So yeah, so those are the canal boats. Up here I've got a little walkway up along to a viewing point where I've just done very sparse decoration because I very much wanted it to be like just a viewing point. Oh, I meant to put a bunny here. Oops. That would fill out the symmetry. Anyways, I'll do that before you guys come dream. Anyways, this is another preview of a floating island, and I'll show it to you properly when we get down there. But yeah, this is how it looks as a whole floating island, and yeah, I really like how this top area, the color scheme, does tie into that down below. Oh my god, is Ozzy doing zoomies on the sky? Do it again, Oz. What a little weirdo. I love him. Zoom again, bud. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, anyways. Oh yeah, that's a better view, because he was really racing across the clouds there. So I've got a little sunken waterfall on this side, and that's right behind this little picnic area that I've built. Yeah, just loads of treats and snacks all around, and in this very springy color palette. And then over here we've got like a little canal side residence area, and I like how the festival garland looks behind them. It looks especially cute at night because you can see just like the twinkling lights behind and these canal boats in front. And I really like these little gnomes as the ship captains. So yeah, so 3 little homes here. I'll show you the rest of this bottom area. Oh, this is just me kind of filling up the area, but it's like slightly secret garden inspired, like imagining it's like a slightly hidden garden entrance. Right, so this canal, there's some ducks here. There's a better view of how that canal looks all together with the houses over here. Oh, no, I need to be closer. So yeah, I like how these boats just look like they're floating in front of the houses. And over here, there's a little spot where you can hop onto the canal boats and take a picture of yourself amongst them. And like this confetti machine over there is my imagination of an engine. So yeah, like suspend your imagination a little bit when you get to this area. So yeah, and then over here, oh, I can't get through that way. I will show you when I get through. So down here, I've got a kind of eating area. So a little fountain right in the middle. And then this is a ramen shop. I love the noodle item. I think it just looks so realistic. It's so cool. So I had to build a little ramen stall in front and using it, and I love how the festival garland looks behind it, and these steaming bowls of noodles look so good. I've got this little like the spices over there and pots simmering in the background, and yeah, just like really want to eat here. And then little Berliner area, these little donuts. Someone recently told me they're not donuts, so yeah, like tell me what they are. Anyways, and then over here we've got a pie area, this little pie shop, and that felt very British to me. These like hot pies are just like such a staple in like a traditional English menu. And so yeah, I've got a mix of these pies as well as these like hat designs. They're really gorgeous, these. I'm so impressed by the pixel designer. And yeah, so different stove tops going along, and I like this red checkered print. It just feels like it's got that feeling of like an Italian cafe print, but it's like got its own spin on it. So that's the pie shop, and we're almost done the town part. Now we're heading into a bit more nature, so I just imagine this as like a little getaway for those living in the town or the city, and this is what I've called the Peach Waterfall Valley. Basically, I just love the peaches and wanted to make an area inspired by them, so it's full of pinky and peachy flowers and peach trees, and yeah, just like really sweet items. So heading along now, oh, and then up here I've got another viewing point. This just connects to where we were earlier with that viewing point. So this requires a ladder. And I've got two places you can view from. One is from this bench, and you see sort of the beginnings of an island. And then over here you get a bit of a closer view. And that is my floating islands on a floating island. Aussie. Such a weirdo. Anyways, this is an area that I also have a speed build of, but it's changed since then. Originally this was Christmas Island, and I had Santa's sleigh right in front in this kind of like main part of the open ground. And yeah, I changed it to a more springy floating island, if you will. Alright, so with that bit done, we're gonna head down into the islands themselves. So I'm gonna start on the left. So this is my jungle island. I built this really for Billy, whose house is this one like hidden behind. I just felt like he was someone who could live in a little shack in the middle of the jungle. And I wanted it to look like really kind of old and full of ruins. Also because I have my museum up here, semi-hidden. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I kind of felt like an old ruin in the middle of a jungle really worked. And then my favorite part is this little cliff design with the pro design here, and that little creature peeking out from the cliff. I think it's so cute. It's yeah, one of my favorite pro designs, and it's just like, look at that little guy. So yeah, so this jungle area, I kind of threw it together. It's not really my aesthetic, so I don't know how to build it very well, but I gave it a go. And my other favorite thing is these how do we say this, guys? What are you called? Oh shoot. Oh. Now you're seeing how I build this. There we are. What are you called? Kero pea snack. Anyways, I love this Kero pea snack, and when he's turned around the right way, he looks like this. But I thought it felt a bit cartoony for this area, so I've just been flipping him around, and I just love how he looks in the puddles. Like, I think it just looks super cute. I like it best when he's like fully on a puddle, like over here, but I just wanted some variation, so some of them I pulled him a little bit out. But yeah, I really love him. And then this is that island that we peeked at from above, and these are those floating islands on this floating island, which I just thought was a fun touch. So yeah, those are the floating bricks from Mario that I used to create the gate for my botanical garden entrance. Hi Oz. And I love how it looks with the dollhouses floating above. This is not my original idea. Someone else did that combination, but I can't remember who. Anyways, if you do know, please let me know and I can tag them appropriately. And I've got the festival balloons up as well, so I thought they looked like hot air balloons and were cute. So that is that island. I love rushing across the clouds in this design. It's like, it's super fun. You just get the feeling of like running all around and not having anything blocking your way, but it like makes sense. Yeah, let's zoomy together. Zoom. Anyways, so this is the other area that we spied from above. This is one of my more recent builds, and it is based and inspired by the Italian gardens in Hyde Park in London, where it's got this like really beautiful floating fountain in the middle of this big pond, man-made pond. And yeah, just felt really classic and grand to have all these statues and kind of things like shell fountains and things like that around. I built this area when I had just discovered the hack where if you put a villager home down and you say you want to see what it looks like and then you say no, it makes these hard paths soft so you can plant things on them like dirt. But that was then removed in the newest update, so you can't do that anymore, though they still remained, which is nice. So I've got like one kind of remnant of that happening, which is fun. I like how the fountain kind of just about but doesn't hide David's butt. I think that's really funny. Anyways, so this area is very symmetrical in large part. It's like the same statues all around, and just filled to the brim with trees and foliage and flowers and things like that. The statues make it a little bit hard to walk around, but yeah, this is how it looks over here. And I really like those urns in front of the waterfall as well. So let me show you the other side. Pretty much the same, and some more of this fun sky. So then over here is mine and Coco's little floating island. It's, yeah, definitely one of my favorite parts of the build. I think it's so fun and springy, and yeah, just like I love the color scheme. So over here is where I used the white picket fence for the first time. I think it's such a cool pro design. And this casual little area over here. Let me just show you what it looks like in the backyard from back here. So yeah, such a peaceful little backyard. I do really love it, and it can just be a weird little spy behind. So yeah, I've got a whole video on this design and how I built this area, so do check that out as well. Over on this side is my part of the home, and yeah, just all of it is meant to be built to be very cozy and chill. Got a little laundry area in the back, and an area up front just to lounge in these little armchairs next to some little snacks. And over here the same. We've got a little rocking chair there, and the laundry area down there. So yeah, really find this area really chill and really peaceful. And then the last area to show you is Chèvre's home. Everyone tells me I say her name wrong. Chèvre? I'm taking French classes, but it's still atrocious. Anyways, this is her home. I built it kind of like a garden, and so it's like the front part is full of these super fun spring flowers, and then over here we've got a little dining area, a little chill out area, and some more laundry, because it's just like such a ubiquitous part of this picket fence life. And then on this side, I have our little sewing area. And just to shout out, one of my new favorite codes is this embroidery hoop on the ground. And I love pairing that with all these sewing items. So that is my island, guys. Like, a lot of it is taken up with this like sky code, and is such a fun code to design with, but it does pose some challenges in terms of like how big you can make areas. I do hope you enjoyed this tour. If you did, give it a little thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful Zoomy day, guys. Bye.